Hello everyone, welcome you all in this session. Myself, Assistant Professor Ripra Gupta from LJ School of Law. So today I'm going to discuss on the subject of rehabilitation of criminals, and the topic of discussion is parole and furlough. Now, the concept of parole and furlough. In a broader sense, the parole and furlough defines the almost same thing. From the same law, they divide the same thing. Only that substantial and procedural law or procedural aspect has been changed. Basically, they both refers to a leave of absence of any prisoner from the imprisonment. So both have the concept like to leave from the prisoner of the prisoner leave from the prison of the prisoner. And as this prison administration is related to administration prison administration, so every state has their own rules regarding parole and furlough. So we can see different rules of parole and furlough state wise. So we over here just get an idea about the parole and furlough and their legal consequences, the legal provision, what is the concept behind parole and furlough. Will not go through any rule of parole and furlough because every state has their own rules and regulations, but we will see the concept of parole and furlough, how they are different from each other, and what is the application of their in this practical application. Thank you. So now we'll see parole. So parole basically kind of a reformative step by the police administration, and parole it suspends the sentence of any prisoner. It maybe depends on his good behavior or good conduct in the imprisonment. So just to reform that person, they will release him on a parole where he has to come back whenever he called out by the police authority. But in parole, that person will be released on the sentence for his good behavior and maybe suspension from his definite sentence. So for this parole also, every state has their own rules and regulation. They will be release him for 7 months, 8 months. That they have their own rules and regulation for this. But parole basically means with releasing prisoner with suspension of their sentence. But they may be called out whenever the authority feels to call them, so that they can see that that person is behaving well or not. So parole means if the authority finds that that person is behaving good in the imprisonment, he is trying to reform himself, and there is a chance that person get reformed. So he may be lived and he may be released on parole. So basically, as we know, our subject is related to rehabilitation of criminals. It is related to that concept also. If the prisoner is behaving well, if that prisoner is understanding his understanding his life and he wants to change his life, then is a one thing where we can give a chance in the name of parole, where we may release him on the parole by looking at his good behavior. So now we'll see the procedure of parole. So parole can be granted by the state executive to the state government by reporting that that person is doing so good or he is trying to improve. So that particular report signed by the state executive to these the jail authorities, and then the report submitted to the government. So this is the procedure of the report of the parole. Then this competent authority takes a final decision or grant parole on the humanitarian aspect. So after reading this report, the competent authority appointed by the state government will read the report, and on the humanitarian ground, we can see that humanitarian ground, they also see the humanitarian and human rights of the prisoners. On humanitarian ground, they may release on a parole. Now if that plea or that report has been rejected, then the person against whom the parole has been they issue the parole against that person can go to the high court for the appeal of the rejection. So parole can be issued by the state executive to the jail authority, and then to state government. Then the particular authority will examine the report, and then they will take this final decision to give parole or not. So over we have the instances of many prisoners as example that they have been released on the parole. For the first is Sanjay Dutt. The actor Sanjay Dutt, he was granted parole on a medical grounds. Then Santosh Kumar Singh, who is serving a life imprisonment in the year 1996 for the rape, he was also released on the parole. And the murder of law student Priyadashini Matu was also granted 3 weeks parole for his LM examination. So this, for some reasons also, parole can be given and can be released for that particular period of time, but for that they will see their good conduct. If that person is not behaving in a better way in the jail administration, then the authority will not permit them this parole. So for the parole, for granting parole for some their work or for some their any event, or even for their good behavior, the jail authority will see their behavior in the court and they will see that that person has a chance to reform. Now the concept of furlough. So we have seen parole is for some specific work. If the prisoner has some specific work, then he can be given parole, or for his good behavior he can be released on parole. For furlough, has the same concept, that person has been released, but for furlough there is a condition that person is should be in prison for long term of imprisonment, and for this period is granted for the prisoners to be treated as remission, so that he can meet his family, have some social life. So for that aspect they provide the furlough. So furlough is a right of a prisoner, that he, if is in the jail for so many years, then he can access this right to meet his family, to have some socialization for their family members. On the contrast, parole is not their right. It is, they have earned something, because they have earned this. Because of their good behavior, they earned it, that they will be relieved on a parole. In furlough, it is their right, because I am having so long imprisonment and I want to meet my family, then it is my right to meet my family, to be socializing my family. But in both the circumstances, they need to have a good behavior in the jail authorities. So in furlough there is a right, in parole there is no right, but you earn this. You earn this because you have some specific act, and then they will relieve on parole for that particular act, or they will reduce, or they will they will allow you because you are behaving so good. So they will suspend your sentence for some time. So this is for the parole. So parole you earned it, furlough is your right. There is a difference, major difference in this both term. So like parole can be denied because it is not your right, you earned it. So may be denied on certain grounds, even though you are making your own case, the authorities may deny to it. So in parole you have a denial, furlough it is your right, so you have a right to go out, to meet your family, to socialize with them. But in parole it is, they can even deny you for their right, or sorry, even they can deny you for parole. And parole cannot be granted to the convict who is imprisonment for the lifetime or for the death sentence, then they cannot be granted parole. So these are the main differences of parole and furlough. So we have seen that the both terms have the same meaning, the same application in the criminal law, but they have changed, they have differ in substantial and procedural law. So we have discussed about the parole and furlough. Parole and furlough implies the one thing, leave of a prisoners from the jail for some time. Parole is earned by they earned because of their good conduct and good behavior. Furlough is their right. This is the only difference between them. Thank you.